Peace and blessings, family. Sister Archeline. This is so on my heart. I pretty much bolted out of bed to come and discuss this because I first had to confirm with Dr. Shi that he hadn't turned the comments off on his latest upload on YouTube, the greatest technology. And he said, no, I didn't turn the comments off. And brother is very, very sane in terms of I'm going to look for the conspiracy first and foremost, because I've run across it on YouTube specifically so much. When I initially came to this platform, I didn't fully understand the expanse of their censorship, of their MK Ultra, and just, greedy agent army. I didn't understand it. So I, was of the general, my nature is to want to see the best in people, and I continue with that. There's no way they could steal that from me. It's just that I am not surprised, and I look for the signs of potential agents where they will do these insta flips, or they're a little bit too fervent about just exactly the types of conclusions that our enemy would prefer we make, including not believing in the Most High or making excuses for the devil. And so because I had been so carefully hunted, and I am an analyzer, I'm going to look at stuff and ponder the sanity of it, the logic of it. I was like, okay, this is orchestrated up on here. So when I saw that the comments had been turned off last night, when I first watched this, I was so excited that I was going to say something, and I try my best not to hover over Dr. Shi's platforms, because he is such an independent man that I don't want to look like I'm a stalker, even though sort of, I am. I'm just real lucky because I get to live with the object of my adoration. I just try to keep all that to myself. But I'm just saying, when I saw the comments were turned off, I said, oh, that's YouTube. Because in this share, and this one I could, play some of the stuff. First off, let me note that they always pretty much do this with Dr. Shi's more destructive to their narrative broadcasts, where I watched this thing 2 times straight through, and making sure, because I was like, I want to see if the red line's going to go all the way across. But this happens on black men's channels who Dr. Shi, I know 100% he for us. But other brothers who bring sane, rooted wisdom, like like Brother Yapa and Brother Chris Miller on Black Up in You Too, or Mad Black TV is the new name of his channel, because they keep taking down his channels. When I watch their shares, this is the way that I conclude they reduce the amount of view counts by just not counting a full view as a full view, and then once they get enough of the negative views, they just clip it. With my shares at this point in time, it's ridiculous. And so they don't want verification of our sanity, of black love, that it's actually real life phenomenon. So when I listened to this, I was just like, wow, it was so sane. I can't really play it and hear it with the mic on as I'm recording this, but I was going to leave a comment, and when I did go to leave the comments, he's returned the comments now. But usually, comments are turned off. He said he turned them back on. So I know when this brother says he's done something, that's exactly what he's done. That means they went back in and turned the comments off, because I just opened up this window and we had the conversation this morning. I said, did you turn the comments off on that? No. And then he came and told me he turned them back on. They turned them back off again. There is absolutely nothing in this video that is objectionable other than, a couple of profanities. They got profanity all over the place on YouTube. So that's not, and it's not like he just, cussed from the very moment he started, and there's all kinds of, pornographic descriptions throughout it. No, it's only about the family. Let me mute that. He's going over what they've done historically to defame, to deride the status of the man in the family. And he's just telling the truth. This is a thumbnail that he put for another. Now, there's not everything that Dr. She says I'm going to sit back and say, oh yeah, that's right. But you know what is 100% always right? He's a real man. This, when I saw this thumbnail, I was just like, that's him and me with him. The force of a real man, and you have to be with the man of your race, because he's the one who's going to liberate the real you. Dr. She has given me the ability to actualize my full potential. There's no other man. You can't be with a man you have to constantly apologize for what you were born to be, and you are going to actualize the real you, because your complete impact as a black person is because you're black. You accomplish brilliance because you step into your authentic self. You no longer feel as if somehow you were born a mistake when you're with a man of another race, because the world hates us. I mean, every single nation out there cannot stand us. It is only with Dr. She that I have learned not to give a damn. I don't give a damn about them, because when this right here, this is the epitome of what I feel towards him. And even that, I thought the brother was holding a gun, but now that I've expanded the photo, he's holding a camera. Yeah, kind of a gun, where you document the truth, and that's what the brother does. And so there was within me a actualization process that brought out all of my potential in being of benefit to those who matter most to me, which is him, number one, Allah, number one, him, number two, right? That's real close there. And then our people, so that I have accomplished things in my life that made my life complete, absolutely complete. And then I live a life that is complete, absolutely complete. That's an incredible power of that man. And so for them to turn the comments off on him speaking about that is the reality of what sane black men do in their homes, where they could look at the BS coming at them and they're not gonna just sit back and oh my goodness, get silly. There's so many silly black men, black women on social media desperate for attention. But these dudes who run social media, I've seen it with my platform, they can't afford to have even a hint of sanity as an alternative to black us, because they know they don't control you, your mouth, your ability to connect friend to friend, family member to family member, and share the truth that it's not white supremacy anymore. It's whiteism. It's the smoke and mirrors of them maintaining the farcical notion that they are better than everybody so that they can determine which portions of the truth you and I get to hear. This epic devil, Kissinger, has said, if you imagine that the world commits itself to an endless competition based on the dominance of whoever is superior at the moment, then a breakdown of the order is inevitable. And the consequences of a breakdown would be catastrophic. Who would it be catastrophic to? If the truth sets you free, it would only be catastrophic to the liars. And so this, comment that the breakdown of order is due to us simply being black us, because I know that's what Kissinger was about, that is BS, because their inferiority is destroying the only planet we have. That is going to be disastrous for, existence itself. So their inferiority is its own destructive force. There's no other alternative but to embrace the truth. This isn't optional. This is what must be. This is what is. There is no room for the lie in existence. And that's one of the things that Dr. Shi mentioned in this. Like I said, I was going to leave a comment, even though I'm like, okay, this is it, this photo, this is us. I always say, if there's anything that you are happy with that I've done on our behalf, thank him, because he's been my motivation. He said that a brother asked, was like, who is ever going to be Dr. Khalid Muhammad? Now, I'm not saying Dr. Shi is Dr. Khalid Muhammad. I'm not saying he isn't either. But I'm saying that you are black man. When a black man is saying, I've never met a one who wasn't just a leader in his own right, in his own existence, his own reality. I've never met the such. That is your nature. You are a leader by intention of Allah. And so that capability is going to inevitably destroy the lies and the liars without harming a single hair on anybody's head. Otherwise, they would have left the comments on, right? No, they're not. I went looking for that picture, Black Panther man with a camera and his woman, and the first thing that comes up is the Black Panther movie. That's what these dudes do. How in the world? I was there during the epicenter of the Black Panther awakening. And by the way, and when you see Asians in our black organizations or doing only non-white people parties, trust and believe, they're agents. That's my firm conclusion, right? Because that's the same thing that went into the Black Panther Party at the outset, was this Japanese dude who later on it turned out he was an agent. But that's what they do. They infiltrate our organizations with massive quantities of their operatives. But when you go and you put in Black Panther, I guess I could put a search term that would be more specific, but immediately what comes up? The freaking movie, which was so lame, where at the end T'Challa is giving away their most important resource to the white dude, and the white dude got to infiltrate, and the whole movie was about them fighting each other. That's what they want. That's why they got all this gender war nonsense and all the rest of it. Ain't no gender war happening in our house. We got the right balance. Are we perfect? No, of course not. But we are in line, and so that the stability of our home stands a better chance of surviving, and so that it's More like this. I wish we'd been able to have all these beautiful babies. I thank you out there for having your beautiful black babies, okay? Because when these children get born, they're born into a nation. Right off the bat, they know who they are. They don't have any confusion. There ain't no biracial country out there. There's no biracial history other than one that where they've been used to deceive us. Right? And so this is our might. This is our fortification. Dr. She knows all of that. He shares all of that. So go on over to 25,000 year cycle. Right here on YouTube. He's on Instagram too. He's on TikTok. I mean, he's the brother who's encouraged me to go on different platforms, which is very good. I'm getting tongue-tied because there's just so much that this black man has done for me to enhance who I am, that I don't even know how to iterate it in a way that would be under 10 minutes. I doubt this is under 10 minutes, so let me finish it out right here. I'm just saying, right? If you happen to need guidance, and if you just want proof that the black man is God, and I don't mean Allah, the God, but I'm just saying, as far as what right now is the almost exact equivalent of that reverberating force and power of the one and only, it ain't coming from anybody else but this black man. I'm saying Dr. She. I'm saying you, all of us, waking up and realizing, what time is it? It's every time that we are sanely guided by the mightiest man on the planet. Woo, straight black family pride is our map to forever. Peace and blessings.